In 2011, the Disney Studios released another Winnie the Pooh movie, and in this one, all the characters were the same as from the original show, but some of the cast members were replaced. In today's episode, we are going to look at all the characters that featured in the movie, and then look at all the cast members that voiced the characters. We are going to discuss everything deeply, so sit back and enjoy. Let's first discuss the adorable Winnie the Pooh, who was naturally a good yellow bear who loved two things: honey and his friends. He was like a little baby and always got himself into sticky situations. The main issue is that he always chased honey, be it from the treetops or even on riverbeds. He then would always be chased by bees back to his house and then back to the beehive again. The narrator always called him a bear of very little brain, due to his incapability of making good decisions. He was voiced by Jim Cummings, a legend who is an American voice actor and recently a podcaster. His beautiful and talented voice has been responsible for our whole childhood. The Tasmanian Devil, Fat Cat, Monterey Jack, Cat Dog, and so many more. I bet he is in almost all of Walt Disney's shows since the 90s. Blessed with 4 daughters, this man is 71 years old today. Piglet was a small little pig who was the best friend of Winnie the Pooh. Piglet was a simple creature. He loved smelling flowers and was very kind-hearted to every animal in the jungle. He also loved being neat and tidy, and this was seen when he spent almost all of his time cleaning and decorating his house. He was so tiny, and that made him so insecure and scared of everything. Sometimes Piglet was seen to stutter when speaking, but only when he was frightened or confused. This little pig was voiced by Travis Oates, who is an American voice actor. Travis took the role of voicing Piglet after John Fiedler died in 2005. But even before taking the role, he was still active in the voice acting area since 2001, and is his full-time job even to date. Healthy and blessed, he currently stands at 46 years old today. Eeyore was an old stuffed donkey who belonged to a boy named Christopher Robin, and was a very depressed and gloomy animal who never saw the positivity of life. He was hardly ever happy, and did not like to do much in the movie. His friends always wanted to cheer him up, but nothing ever graced him. He was also very weird, as he loved sad stories because they made him feel more appreciative of his life and what he had. He was voiced by a man named Bud Luckey, who was an American artist and cartoonist, and sometimes also a voice actor. Mr. Bud worked in the Pixar studios, and was responsible for designing films like Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., and The Incredibles. He then retired from Pixar in 2014, and sadly passed away on February 24, 2018 from a sudden stroke. He was only 83 years old, and may he forever rest in peace. Christopher Robin was the rightful owner and best friend of Winnie the Pooh. He was so friendly to all the animals he encountered in the forest, and was actually so intelligent for his age. He acted as the caretaker to all the animals because they were not so bright and had the mentality of children. This good boy was voiced by Jack Bolter, who is a former child actor and voice actor. I don't know much about him, apart from the fact that he voiced Christopher Robin, but I'm pretty sure that he is currently 21 years old. A beautiful mother named Kanga was a brown female kangaroo who had a son named Roo. She was a good friend to Winnie the Pooh and was a close neighbor to him. She spoke with a beautiful Australian accent and was really a jovial character. She was voiced by Kristen Anderson Lopez, who is a beautiful American songwriter and sometimes voice actress. This lady was responsible for writing and scripting the Frozen songs in 2013, such as Let It Go, and also Remember Me from Coco in 2017. These songs won her an Academy Award for Best Original Songs. She is blessed vocally, and also has 2 daughters who took part in Frozen, and is now only 52 years old. There was a rabbit who also lived in the forest alongside Winnie the Pooh and his friends, and was seen to be the self-appointed leader of the animals. In deer situations, Rabbit likes to take charge in coming up with plans, which always fails, by the way. He also organized trips and ceremonies, which again always failed in terms of planning. But generally he was always a funny sport in the forest and was so respected for his efforts. This guy was voiced by the famous Tom Kenny, a man who is well known and respected in the voicing industry. SpongeBob is what always comes in mind when we hear Tom Kenny. He has also done quite memorable shows which you might not have known about, shows like CatDog, Rocko's Modern Life, Adventure Time, and also in Talking Tom as Jeremy. He gained his fame in 1999 in his debut for SpongeBob SquarePants, and is currently 62 years old today. Owl had no specific name, and he lived on a treetop near Eeyore's house. He was known to be a bird of wisdom, but sometimes would bore others with his long and unending stories. As much as he was smart, he would often struggle to read due to his poor eyesight. He was voiced by Craig Ferguson, who is a Scottish actor and comedian. Craig was born in mid-1962 in the UK and studied arts and filming in his academic years. We are not going to talk about his movies, but focus on his animations like How to Train Your Dragon, where he voiced Gobber, and also in Brave, where he voiced Lord Macintosh in 2012. He is also a proud vegan since 2013 and is now 62 years old. And last but not least, we got an imaginary villain called Backson, who, as I said, was just imaginary. He was a story told by Owl, who apparently was a mean and vicious creature who was responsible for all the misfortunes in the forest. At the end of the show, we actually saw him, but did not appear to be as bad and vicious as Owl portrayed him to be. This creature was voiced by Huell Hauser, who was an American television personality and actor who unfortunately passed on January 2013 due to complications of prostate cancer. He was 67 years old at that time. Thank you for watching the episode of today, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it. See you in the next one.